Yes. So the problem statement for this particular assignment is the fourth program from the B group we are going to start today. Write a program using YAC specifications to implement the syntax analysis phase of compiler to validate the type and syntax of variable declaration in Java. What it means, we have to use the YAC specifications to implement the syntax analysis phase of compiler. Okay, in the last session itself I have explained you different phases of compiler. In the last session we have studied lexical analysis phase of compiler, where the number of tokens are generated. We are providing some input file to the lexical analyzers, then those lexical analyzers, they are converting that particular input file into number of different tokens. So our last programs where we were counting the number of words, lines and characters in the given input file, and also we were generating the tokens of the given Java program. Remember, the second program was that we were giving one input file to the lexical analyzer, and that input file was converted into the token table. हमने token table generate किया था in the last session. Okay, so now today we are going to implement the syntax analysis phase of compiler. What is syntax analysis phase of compiler? Syntax analysis means we have to check whether the given statement is following the correct syntax or not. Okay, that is the main thing, and to identify this we are going to use the YAC specifications. Okay, uh, so now this code is there in front of you. Okay, first of all we will see the lex code. To implement the YAC specifications, it is compulsory that we should have the lex file also, and we should have the YAC file also, as they are interdependent on each other. Okay, so I'll explain you the lex file first. As you all know that the lex file is saved with .l extension, and the YAC file is saved with .y extension. Okay, so the format for the lex file I have already explained you in the last session itself. यहाँ पे सब declarations का part होता है. All the declarations regarding the program are done here. Then this percent is the delimiter which is used for denoting the next section. So first section is the delimiter part. Second section, it explains the all the regular expressions that in this particular format we want that thing to be done. So here the regular expressions are written along with their actions. Okay, so that is the second part, and the third one is the actual main code, actual main program. So we are going to see the lex file first. During execution also we are going to execute the lex file first, and then we are going to execute the YAC file. Okay, so यहाँ पे सबसे पहले हमने hash include y.tab.h include किया है. Now why this? For this thing you need to see the YAC file. Okay, yes, see, this is the YAC file first. Whenever we run the YAC file, okay, what are the different steps to run the lex file? We are typing lex file name .l first. So when we are means implementing, when we are running the lexical analyzer on our .l file, at that time it generates a new file, that is lex.yy.c file, and we have to compile that particular .c file, and then we can get the output with ./a.out command, right? The output object file is generated. Similar is the case with the YAC file. YAC file भी हमें कैसे रन करना है? YAC file name .y. YAC file is stored with .y extension. The format for YAC file as well as for lex file is same to write the code. Okay, but what happens is once we implement the syntax analyzer on YAC file, at that time two files are generated. Okay, see here that you can see y.tab.c is generated as one C file is generated when we are running the lexical analysis. Along with that, one header file is also generated, that is y.tab.h. So to link the program of lex and YAC, we have to include this y.tab.h file in our lex code. Okay, in our lex code. So by running this yak program, y.tab.h file will be generated, and that y.tab.h file is included as a header file here. Getting? Please remember this thing. Both of the files are linked with each other. Okay. Now what happens here is, the basic aim of this program is that we have to validate the syntax of any statement given in the code. Now for example, किस type का statement हो सकता है? We can give the वेरिएबल लिस्ट. ठीक है, हम वेरिएबल लिस्ट कैसे डिक्लेयर करते हैं? इंट, सपोज वी आर डिक्लेयरिंग एनी इंटीजर इन आवर प्रोग्राम, इंट a semicolon. This is the declaration of a variable. Else we can also assign the numbers to that particular variable. So int a is equal to 1 semicolon, right? Or we can also declare multiple variables in the one single statement, that is int a comma b comma c semicolon. This may also possible. So we have to write all these conditions. We have to write the format for all these conditions. Okay, so now how to write the format? To write the format here, we have to write the context free grammar that you have studied in the talk. Okay, so we have to write the context free grammar. We have to write the different grammar rules for writing the syntax of variable declarations. Now to write the grammar, we require different tokens. Okay, so सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे? The first section is to import all the files, to include different header files that are required. So stdio.h is only one header file that is required, so we have included that in the first section of yak file. Okay, then in the next section, what we want to import all the tokens that we are getting from the .l file. Okay, we have to import all the tokens. Now where are the tokens written? Tokens are written in the .l file. See, now I have switched to .l file. Okay, .l file में ये हमने देखा था पहले कि y.tab.h हमने पहले include किया है. Then in the next thing, we have to define the regular expressions and we have to generate the tokens, which is the work of lexical analyzer. So what are the tokens for which we have to write this thing? Remember, here we are considering only variable declaration syntax here. Okay, आप कौन से भी स्टेटमेंट्स के लिए यहाँ पे ग्रामर रूल्स डिफाइन करके, उनके टोकन डिफाइन करके आप उसका सिंटैक्स चेक कर सकते हो. ओके, बट फॉर एग्जांपल पर्पस व्हाट वी आर कंसिडरिंग, वी आर ओनली कंसिडरिंग द डिक्लेरेशन सिंटैक्स ऑफ वेरिएबल्स. हम वेरिएबल्स जैसे डिक्लेयर करते हैं हम वही कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. Got it? So here what different data types can be there for the variables? So integer can be there, or float can be there, or character can be there, or double will be there. If any of these data type is present, then what is the action that you have to perform? You have to return dt. dt is a token written for the database that identifies that all these keywords, if present in that particular statement, then return dt. So here the dt token is generated. Then in the declaration of variable list, comma can also be present, right? So we have to identify comma also. So if comma is present, we have to return this comma as a token. Remember, these are all tokens that we are defining here in the .l file, and these tokens will be as it is utilized in the .y file, that is in the yak file. Okay, then every statement terminates by using the semicolon. So semicolon should also be there. If semicolon is there, then we have to return sc, that is semicolon. Then this is the regular expression for name of the variable, as name of the variable should always start with either small or capital letter followed by small or capital alphanumeric letters. There can be numbers also, there can be small letter, capital letter, anything is allowed, and its occurrence, that is star. So this is the regular expression that is represented for the name of variable. This I have explained you in the last session itself. If you get the name of the variable which follows this regular expression, then you have to return id. Okay, now this id means variable, name of the variable. Also there can be number that is present. How the number can be present? If we are going to assign some value to that particular variable, then a equals to 1. So equal is also one token and 1 is also one token. We have to identify that, right? So what we are doing basically is we are identifying each and every token in declaring the variable list. Okay, are you getting or not? Hello students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So numbers can also be present. So how to represent the digit? 0 to 9 plus one or more occurrence of 0 to 9 digits, which will return the num, that is the number. Then equal to will also be one token that is present. If equal to is present, then we will return eq and semicolon. So this is the regular expression section, second section from the lex file. Here we are, again I am repeating, here we are defining all the regular expression and their actions. So what action should be there? If these expression occurs in any of the statement, then it should return this particular token, and it should return this particular token, and it should provide that token to the YARC file. Okay, so then next one is the YY function that you already know. I have explained you this function in the last session itself. YY function, when all the input file we have read, when we have read complete input file, at that time it denotes just the end of file. सो पर्टिकुलरली स्टेटमेंट रीडिंग पर्पस के लिए ही ये लेक्सिकल एनालिसिस यूज होगा. तो सिंटैक्स एनालिसिस इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए लेक्सिकल एनालिसिस पहले इंप्लीमेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज टू डू द सिंटैक्स एनालिसिस वी शुड हैव द टोकन्स विद अस, and if the arrangement of that tokens are correct according to the given syntax, according to the given grammar rule, then only that particular statement will be validated. Getting? So this was the lex file that we have seen right now. Now we will see the YARC file. Okay, we have seen the first section that we have imported hash include stdio.h file. Now the next thing is we were at this statement. अब यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया है देखो, we have generated all these tokens in the .lex file. Okay, .l file, that is id, which is the name of the variable, dt, which is the data type. We have defined what all different data types are there, but they are already defined in .l file, and we are going to take the tokens as it is from the .l file. अब ये याद रखो कि प्रोग्राम टाइप करते टाइम यहाँ पे अगर आपने ऐसा कोई टोकन लिख लिया जिस टोकन का डिक्लेरेशन .l फाइल में नहीं है, तो आपका कोड रन नहीं हो सकता. All the tokens that are written in .l file in this particular section should only be included here as %token. Okay, so we have defined all these tokens that are required for us. Now in the next session, in the next section, % is the delimiter that is used here. So in the next section what happens is स्टार्ट वन. सो फर्स्ट यहाँ पे हमें क्या लिखना है? ग्रामर रूल्स लिखना है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री ग्रामर. आई होप यू ऑल रिमेंबर व्हाट इज अ कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री ग्रामर, हाउ टू राइट डिफरेंट ग्रामर रूल्स, एंड यू हैव स्टडीड ऑल दिस थिंग्स इन थ्योरी ऑफ कंप्यूटेशन, जिसका एग्जाम आपने अभी दिया. ओके, लास्ट टू लास्ट वीक. सो हाउ टू राइट द ग्रामर रूल्स. अब ग्रामर रूल्स हमें कैसे लिखना है? वी हैव टू राइट, वी हैव टू डिफाइन द ग्रामर रूल्स फॉर डिक्लेयरिंग द वेरिएबल्स. अब वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर कैसे करते हैं? सो स्टार्ट वन, सबसे पहला रूल हम क्या डिफाइन करेंगे? यहाँ पे हमें नेक्स्ट सेक्शन में कैसे डिफाइन करना है? वी हैव टू डिफाइन द रूल, एंड अलोंग विद द रूल वी हैव टू डिफाइन द एक्शन टेकन फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर rule. So the first rule is that declaration of the variable starts with the declaration of the data type first. Obviously हम लिखते कैसे है? int a semicolon, right? So the basic thing is that first there should be data type always. अगर आप directly a semicolon लिखोगे, that will be invalid, right? And in this program we are dealing with the valid declarations only. Okay, invalid की case हमने यहाँ पे handle नहीं की है. So if you want, you can give the else part and you can display a message for the invalid condition. So start one. Okay, first rule is that first the data type should be there. Data type should be followed by the var list. Now var list is one more rule that is given. अब variable list में एक single variable भी हो सकता है, comma लेके multiple variables भी हो सकते हैं, या variable which is equal to some value. Any type of combinations are possible after the data type. Okay, so the data type space variable list and semicolon. This is the basic rule. This is the basic rule followed by the semicolon for declaration of the variable. If it is following this particular rule, then you have to print that that particular statement is valid and you have to exit. Now, what is var list? What is variable list? Variable list is defined with all these different rules. Okay, you all know, right, what are grammar rules and how to write those grammar rules? Yes or no? You have studied that in theory of computation. Can anyone reply? Yes, guys. Yes. Okay. I hope you all know. If you don't remember how to write the grammar rules, please revise your third unit. ओके, थर्ड यूनिट ऑफ थ्योरी ऑफ कंप्यूटेशन रिवाइज कर लो एक बार. सिंपल ग्रामर रूल्स कैसे लिखना है वो भी एक बार रिवाइज कर लो. इट विल बी हेल्पफुल हियर. एंड रिमेंबर दैट ड्यूरिंग द ओरल्स ऑफ दिस एस्पॉस, आपको अगर ये कोड आए तो ये कोड बहुत छोटे हैं, इनकी ओरल बहुत डेंजर होती है. जो कोड्स बड़े होते हैं उनकी ओरल सिंपल होती है, बट जो कोड बहुत छोटे होते हैं उनकी ओरल, उसमें बहुत सारे कंसेप्ट्स आपको पूछेंगे. एट द टाइम यू विल बी आस्क्ड विद डिफरेंट मेनी कंसेप्ट्स ऑफ थ्योरी ऑफ कंप्यूटेशंस, रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशंस, कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री ग्रामर्स, देयर सिंटैक्सेस, phases of compiler and anything. In this particular topic the codes are so small, but there are so much things present to explain and to ask. You have to be clear with all the concepts related to this. Okay, yes, now this is the basic concept. Then regarding the var list, now what the var list can be? Now your var list can be id. What is meant by id? id is the name of the variable, and we have already defined the regular expression for this name of variable in the lex file itself. So id can be equal to number. This is one rule. और ये रूल कहाँ पे रिप्लेस होगा? यहाँ पे var list की जगह पे ये रूल रिप्लेस होगा according to the statement that we are giving as an input. Okay, then your var list can be only id. आप int a semicolon सिर्फ इतना भी लिख सकते हैं, right? That's why there can be only id. Or your var list may contain multiple var list inside, which can contain multiple IDs that are equal to some number, or there can be only name of the variables, comma, it can be ID equal to number. Okay, then these are or. Okay, or these are different rules. Again, it can consist var list, comma, ID. Okay, so these are the different rules that are given, and these rules end with a semicolon. So if these rules are followed, these rules will be replaced here in the first grammar rule, and then this complete statement will be validated here. If this complete statement is validated, then it will print the valid and it will exit from the code. So this is the second section where we are defining the grammar rules along with the action. Okay, now we have to write the main function. As these are YARC specifications that we are implementing, we are not implementing the lexical analyzers here, right? We are implementing, but we want to get the output of syntax analyzers. Okay, so we have to write our main function in the YARC file here. So what is the main function? We have to take the expression as an input from the user. Then we will call the yyparse. This yyparse function will parse the expression. Okay, it will convert that particular expression into different tokens. It will form the parse tree of that particular expression. Then these tokens will be taken from the lexical analyzers, and then those tokens will be validated here, and accordingly we will get the output. If there are any errors, all the things are done by these parsers. Okay, you have to do nothing. You have to just call this YY to generate the parse tree for that particular expression. And this if there are any errors, this YY function will check for any errors, and if there are any errors, it will display the error message here. That's it. So this is the program. Have you understood the L.L file, that is lex file, as well as yak file? Is there any doubt? If there is any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will run the code. We have to see one more assignment. So be quick if you have any doubt in the explanation of this code. Yes, hello?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so I'll run the code, and I'll also tell you the steps to run the code. Let's open the terminal. Yes. And where are we? Yes, we have to go to the third folder. It contains the code. Yes, okay. So now we are present in the folder where we want. I hope the terminal is visible to everyone. I'm running the code right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So now in this particular folder, we have one lex file, that is .l, and we have one yak file, that is .y file. So first of all, we will run lex file name .l. Okay, lex validate.l is our first code that we will run. After executing this, lex.yy.c file will be generated. Now next is we have .y file. Okay, so yak validate, यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, सिंटैक्स एनालाइजर इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं. ओके, येट अनदर कंपाइलर yak. Okay, so yak validate.y. Yes, they will generate the two files like I showed you. Okay, which two files it will generate? We can see lex.yy.c is present here, then y.tab.c is present here, and y.tab.h is also present here. So y.tab.h will be taken by the will be included and imported by the .l file, that is lex file. Okay, so all these files are generated. Now we have to compile both the C files. Okay, we have to compile both the C files using the CC compiler. Okay, CC lex.yy.c and y.tab.h. y.tab.h. Can you see?
But your screen is not visible.
And the terminal is not visible.
Okay, just wait. Just wait. I think the just wait. I'll stop sharing and I'll share it once again. Can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, so what we have to do is CC. We have to compile both the C files, cc lex.yy.c and y.tab.c. Compile both the files. There are some warnings present in the program, but that is okay. Okay, there are some warnings, just ignore that. Now we have a.out file, so /a.out. Okay, enter the expression. Now it is asking us to enter the expression. I'll just enter a simple expression, int a semicolon. Okay, int a semicolon. See, the expression is valid. Similarly, you can run for many more times and you can try many more expressions to run. Just remember these steps. What are the steps that you have to remember is, first of all, you have to use the lexical analyzer, that is lex filename.l. Then yak, that is the syntax analyzer, yet another compiler. Okay, yak filename.y, it will generate some of the files. Then use the compiler and you have to compile both the C files that are generated along with this. So compile cc lex.yy.c and y.tab.c. You will get some of the warnings, but these are okay. Then you have to run a.out file will be generated, object file. You have to run that a.out file and your program will be executed. Got it? So this is one code. If you have any doubt you can ask, otherwise we will see next assignment. You have any doubt, or should we start with the next assignment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will start with the next assignment then. The next assignment is also similar to this because it is also implementing the Yak specification, only the problem statement is different. I'll read the problem statement for all of you. See, the steps to run this program is also same. Okay, it is also same and everything is same, only the problem statement is different. Same steps आपको use करने हैं. There is also one .lex file, there is one .yak file, that is .y file. You have to first run the lex file using lexical analyzer, that is lex command. Then you have to run the yak file using the yak command. Then you have to compile both the C files, then /a.out. This is the step to run this next program. So what is the statement is, you have to write a program using Yak specifications to implement syntax analysis phase of compiler to recognize simple and compound sentences given in the input file. Okay, statement क्या है? To recognize simple and compound sentence given in the input file. So simple and compound statements means what? First of all, ये हमें कंसिडर करना है. बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस में क्या किया है इस पर्टिकुलर असाइनमेंट के लिए, दे हैव कंसिडर्ड द इंग्लिश स्टेटमेंट्स फॉर सिंपल स्टेटमेंट एज वेल एज फॉर कंपाउंड स्टेटमेंट. सो हमने यहाँ पे इंग्लिश स्टेटमेंट्स कंसिडर नहीं किए बिकॉज grammar and grammatical errors and considering the compound statements is will be very difficult, as everyone's English language is difficult. So here we have considered the simple and compound statements is in terms of Java file. ओके, जावा फाइल में हम जो भी कोडिंग लिखते हैं उसमें हमारे इफ स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, एल स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, स्विच स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट्स, गो टू स्टेटमेंट्स. देयर आर many statements that are included in one single program of Java. So we have defined some simple categories of statements to be simple and some complex categories of statement to be the compound statement, which are combination of different statements. Okay, जैसे कुछ expressions है, हम कुछ calculations कर रहे हैं, addition subtraction कर रहे हैं, हम looping कर रहे हैं. In that cases these statements will be considered as the compound statements, and the simple return statement, go to statements, these statements will be considered as the simple statements. Okay, so ये हमें categorization करना है. So here we will see the .l file first, that is lex file. Lex file generates the token for us, and these tokens are utilized by the yak file um, to validate the syntax, whether that particular statement is a simple statement or whether that particular statement is a compound statement. I hope the title of the assignment is clear to all of you. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the statement is clear. Now we will start with the lex file. The format is again same, how to write the lex programs. So hash include y.tab.h. Okay, hash include y.tab.h. It is the header file which is generated after executing the yak compiler. Okay, syntax analyzer implement करने के बाद ये file generate होती है, and this header file should be included in the lex code, so that these tokens generated are automatically used by the yak program. Then next part is the डिक्लेरेशन पार्ट. ओके, अब यहाँ पे डिक्लेरेशन पार्ट में ये हमने हमारे कन्वीनियंस के लिए कर लिया है दैट कैपिटल A to Z, इफ देर इज अ सीक्वेंस ऑफ कैपिटल A to Z और स्मॉल a to Z, then these are the alphabets, and if there is any sequence of digits, then it will be known as the digit. These are the tokens which will be considered as it is throughout the lex as well as the yak code. Then there are delimiters. After the delimiters, in the second section, the regular expressions are written along with their actions. So what are the regular expression? First expression is for space, tab, and the new line. Okay, then if there is a return keyword, you have to return. This return is the name of the token, and this return in green is the name of the keyword. So this is a keyword and this is the name of the token. So if this keyword occurs, then this token should be returned. If goto is the keyword, goto token should be returned. If is the keyword, then if टोकन शुड बी रिटर्न. जो कीवर्ड का नाम है वही टोकन हमने रिटर्न किया है फॉर आवर ईज. ओके, स्विच केस, देन ब्रेक, डिफॉल्ट, डिजिट प्लस. अब डिजिट क्या है? 0 to 9 जो हमने यहाँ पे डिक्लेयर किया है सबसे पहले डिक्लेरेशन सेक्शन में. देन अल्फाबेट, व्हाट इज द अल्फाबेट? आपने अगर ये नहीं भी किया तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप ये डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे लिख सकते हो. ओके, दिस इज कम्प्लीटली फॉर आवर कन्वीनियंस. अब आईडी का रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन जो हम पहले से लिखते आ रहे हैं, इट इज द सेम थिंग. देन दिस इज लेस देन इक्वल टू, this is greater than equal to, this is equal to. If it is less than equal to, it will return LE. LE is for less than equal to. This is greater than equal to, it will return for greater than equal to. It is equals, assignment operator. It is not equal to, that is any. It is or, it is and operation, it will return those particular tokens. And if there is a dot, then return YY text. Dot is also considered as the token. So this dot token will be stored in YY text 0th position, first position of YY text. Okay, and then there is the YY wrap till you read the complete input file, till you reach to the end of the input file. If you are at the end of the file, then this function will return 1. Okay, this is the lex file. Then next we are going to see the yak file. Now see it carefully. Okay, we have only 10 minutes remaining. Okay, I'll try to complete it in 10 minutes as most of the conditions are same. I'll just explain you what are different simple statements and what are different compound statements that are written. Okay, now in the first part, we have to include all the libraries that are required, stdio.h and stdlib.h. Okay, then next is tokens. Some of the tokens that we have to take from the, we have to consider them from the lex file. So percent token, कौन से tokens हमने define किए थे, वो सारे के सारे tokens हमने यहाँ पे mention किए, that is id, num, switch, case, default, break, everything. Okay, then percent right, there are some more tokens that needs to be included. आप ये सारे tokens वहाँ पे भी define कर सकते हो. Okay, Yes, this is the right precedence, this is the left and or, then this is the left precedence, that is less than equal to, greater than equal to, right precedence and left precedence operators basically वो यहाँ पे सारे mention किए हैं. Okay, and these are all the things we have used, all the tokens that are defined in the lex file. So this is the declaration part, आप वो देख सकते हो. Then in the second part, after percent delimiters, in the second part हमें यहाँ पे क्या लिखना है, we have to write all the different grammar rules to generate the simple statement and the compound statement. Okay, so first of all we will write a rule for statement. How to identify a statement? A statement will be either a simple statement or the statement will be a compound statement. Okay, this is the or operator present for the rule. So simple statement, this has again defined, नीचे इसका रूल मेंशन किया है ऑलरेडी. ओके, सो सिंपल स्टेटमेंट अगर है, इफ इट इज सेटिस्फाइंग देन द स्टेटमेंट इज सिंपल, ये प्रिंट होगा. एंड इफ कंपाउंड स्टेटमेंट इज देयर देन द स्टेटमेंट इज कंपाउंड एंड इट विल एग्जिट. Okay, now what is a simple statement? Either if the statement is a go to statement, okay, ये go to statement का फॉर्मेट नीचे ऑलरेडी दिया है, और if the statement is a return statement, उसका भी फॉर्मेट नीचे दिया है, उसके लिए अलग से रूल भी डिफाइन किया है, then that particular statement will be known as the simple statement. ओके, कैस्केडिंग रूल्स, ग्रामर रूल्स जिसे बोलते हैं, वो हमने यहाँ पे डिफाइन किए हैं. देन what is the syntax for the go to statement? Go to keyword, go to token, we have this token from our lex file, go to space id. If this is the syntax, then go to space name of the id. If this is the syntax, then it will be known as the simple statement. Similarly, what is the syntax, what is the rule for the return statement? Return number semicolon. Okay, return is again token, number is again a token with the different combination of digits that we have in the lex file already, followed by a semicolon. So that if this is the return statement, then that particular statement will be the simple statement. Are you getting regarding simple statement? Simple return या go to statement अगर होगा तो हम उसे simple statement बोल रहे हैं. Else if there are any looping statements, that is हम switch case अगर define कर रहे हैं, या हम if else statement अगर define कर रहे हैं, all these looping statements, they will be known as the compound statements. Are you getting the concept? Hello students, are you getting the concept? Yes or no? Okay. So what is a compound statement? A compound statement can be a switch case statement or it can be if statement. Okay. अब switch case statement का रूल कैसे होगा, यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी दिया है, switch in bracket id, opening curly bracket, there will be multiple cases inside that, that is represented as b, and closing curly bracket. Okay, this is the format for the switch statement. अब यहाँ पे id हमने डिफाइन किया है, switch हमने पहले ही डिफाइन किया है, that is a keyword. Now what is b? b is it should represent different cases. Okay, so b के लिए यहाँ पे represent किया है, देखो b is followed by colon and it should be followed by a case. c is written for case, c के लिए भी नीचे रूल मेंशन किया है. ओके, और there can be c space d. What is d? d is default. Okay, there can be only one case or there can be multiple cases along with the default. So what is a c? c can be one case after the another. तो case का syntax कैसे होता है? We write the case, then we write the number of the case, colon and equation. Equation, E is the equation that we have to perform. E can be many equation. E is equal to E plus E, E is equal to E plus T. वो आपने टॉक में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किए होंगे ना, पार्सिंग के ट्रीज. सेम ग्रामर में आपने ये E is equal to E plus T, E is equal to E star T वाले प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किए हैं. So same thing is written here. Okay, or there can be a break statement to stop the loop followed by semicolon. This is regarding C. Then there can be default statement, a rule written for default statement. Such there are multiple rules written for everything. Then there is the rule written for if statement. अब if का कैसे हो सकता है? There can be a if statement followed by one expression, then followed by simple statement, else followed by a statement semicolon, or there can be if then only. Okay, there can be if then again nested if statement, if then else statement, or there can be if then. Not only if condition is having the else statements, right? So हमें वो सारे parameters यहाँ पे consider करने हैं. We have to consider all the options. ST1 is again if statement in itself. E, now what is E? E is the expression. E can be id equals to E, E can be E plus E, E minus E, E star E, anything. आपको जो भी calculate करना है that can be anything. E2 में देखो हमने less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, ये सब tokens हमने mention किए हैं. Using those we have generated so many equations. Okay, so these are the different equations that we have represented. Those are possible to be included in the compound statement. Then that this was the second part where we have written all the rules for defining the syntax of simple as well as compound statement. And in the last part, as this is the YARC file, we are going to write the main function in the YARC file itself. So first of all, you have to enter the expression, then parse, you have to call the parser. Syntax analyzer will be initiated. It will analyze and it will convert that particular given expression into the syntax tree. It will take the tokens from the lexical analyzer. Accordingly, it will validate and it will give you the output directly. If there are any error in this, then your errors will also be printed here. Steps are totally same to execute this particular code as we have executed the last one. Okay, it's 12 already. I don't think we have time. I have already told you the step. I'll share all these codes with you on your Google Classroom or on your WhatsApp group. Okay, so these were the 2 assignments for today. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, that's all from my side.